Good morning, Graham. A free week, first of many in September. I'm sure that's incredibly welcomed. What have you been doing to utilise your extra time with the players this week?
Well, there's no such thing as a free week in football. It's been a busy week, to be quite honest with you. It was quite tough actually on the lads. The training sessions that we put on, added to that the weather. So it was nice. It was nice to see a little bit of sun shining on Newport. So we give them a tough week, but one which I hope they will respond to and they'll gain from, not only this weekend, next weekend, but over the coming weeks. It was a little bit of tactical work that we had to get through. Lots of it to get through, so the next couple of weeks will be vital for us as well to tick all the boxes that we need to be ticked.
So although you've got one less game this week, there's no let up in the intensity, but it's that tactical stuff that maybe you don't have time to do.
Yeah, because when you go in at pre-season, you start your pre-season, and then from then the full month of August was all the way through. It was pretty relentless. So you're only recovering in the month of August. You go into September then and you get a little chance to do some work with the players, just to correct maybe one or two of the things that was, let's say, annoying me or irritating me over the last month. So we got a chance to maybe do a little bit of work on that. We then go into October, which is relentless again. You know, you don't get much time to coach. So coaching time and time on the grass with the players is pretty limited once the League Two season kicks off. And we do enjoy it. We do enjoy getting on the grass. I think the players respond well to it, and it's valuable. It's valuable and vital to any young player's progress, any young player's development. The only criticism I would have is we don't get enough grass time. We don't get enough coaching time. We don't get enough sessions with the lads mid-season.
That October, you've talked about it before. We all know what's coming. We all know the schedule. How much is rotation then between now and then going to help you with just get through that month, if nothing else?
Well, you'll know me by now. We play the next game. We'll deal with the next one, which is Saturday away at Crawley. So we look at that. We'll assess that. We'll have a look at that after, before, during, and after. I won't look too far ahead. Obviously, I do have a half an eye on that October schedule. So yeah, you might be right. The rest period, if it crops up, the injuries, we've got a lot to look at, really, a lot to assess. But yeah, I'd probably focus on Saturday, and let's just get over one hurdle at a time. But yeah, you're quite right, it will be relentless in October, and it will be something we might have to gauge and we might have to manage between now and then.
As far as the injuries are concerned, is anyone available now that wasn't last weekend?
Who was not available last weekend? No, I think we're still status quo. I think Kyle Jameson and Ozanzala are the two obvious that won't be with us. But other than that, I think we're fit, we're healthy, and we're all raring to go.
So could Matt Baker potentially come into it this weekend, or is he still another week away?
Oh, I forgot about Matt Baker.
You got my hopes up then.
No, Matt will be another couple of weeks. Like I said, I think we mentioned it last week, Matt could be up around about the last week in September. Hopefully we'll have him for that October schedule.
Crawley then this weekend, what are you expecting from them? They just survived last year. What does this year's version of them look like, do you think?
Well, they're a totally different team, totally different mindset, mentality. Going forward, they're really dangerous. They've scored plenty of goals, as you see in the turned Charlton over midweek 4-3. They drew 3-0 with having been 3-1 up last week against Stockport. So they do score goals. They're very dangerous. They've got some really good players. They move the ball well. They've become a possession-based team. And the sheer hard work and honesty of the group is credit to the management. And they are a dangerous team. So they'll need watching. We'll need to be on our guard. They're a team that, listening and reading some of the comments after the game last Saturday and Tuesday, they're a team that strike me that they've got a little bit of confidence, and that confidence is growing. So they're a dangerous team, I think, a very dangerous team.
They'll probably say the same about you. A bit of confidence, and it's growing. How much momentum do you feel you've got behind you at the moment?
Momentum is great. We all want momentum, but momentum is only as good from one game to the next. The momentum can stop any time. The momentum can carry on at any time. But I think I've probably a broken down record here now when I'm going to go back to performances. I think performances have been really good. out with probably our first half performance at Wimbledon last week where we were sloppy. Well, probably our first half an hour at Wimbledon last week we were a little bit sloppy. But I think performance has been good, performance has been strong. I think you can see the team growing. I think the confidence is growing as well. The creativity is growing. I do have one or two little bare bugs that of mine that I need to get fixed. I need to get sorted. The lads are well aware of that. We've worked a little bit on that during the week. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with what they're producing, how they're playing, and the camaraderie, the togetherness, and the work rate, effort, and commitment that they're all showing. I have to be pleased, to be honest.
I wanted to ask you about Will Evans. He's clearly caught the eye with the goals that he's scored, the number of goals that he's scored. Nominated for Player of the Month, hasn't won it. Any disappointment from you or from him to not have won that award, given how well he's done in August?
Yeah, I'd be massively disappointed. I'd have to question who the panel are, what they're looking at, and why he hasn't won it. But like I say, these so-called experts, I wouldn't hold much attention to what they do or say. Will Evans should have been in the Welsh squad as well. I went and watched Wales last night, and I just don't know what people are seeing, what people are thinking. But for him not to pick up the League Two Player of the Month, that's just, listen, it is what it is, but it's laughable.
How well is he playing right now, do you think?
He's playing well. He's playing with confidence. He's got an energy level to him that is really, really good. I've not seen it matched so far this season in League Two. He's taking his chances. The lads are creating for him. But he's been brave. He's getting in between the sticks. He's getting in the box. He's in the right areas. The work rate again is second to none. So he probably epitomises the team at this moment in time. But again, we had that last year with Omar Bogle and a number of others. So hopefully he's able to continue it. Hopefully he's able to carry that on for the full season and not just for the first month or two. But he's bought into everything we've asked, and he's a little bit braver in his decision making, and he's a little bit braver in his play. He's wanting to get in at the back stick. He's wanting to go and attack things in the box. He's wanting to make that movement across defenders. And he's again, like you probably seen, he's played in 2 or 3 different positions for us so far this season. Slight alterations from centre forward to in systems out wide and things like that. So he's shown his capabilities in different positions as well, which is why I was an advocate of him joining up with the Welsh team, because to play them several positions and to play them as well as Will has been playing shows you how good of an acquisition he would be for any Welsh squad. So yeah, but like I say, the key to anything at this football club is consistency, and I think he's got that continuity. The confidence is growing, and now it's up to Will and the team to find that consistency.
If he keeps going, those sort of Wales calls become harder and harder to ignore, don't they?
They do, yeah, they do. But again, like I say, the big the key is consistency. The big challenge for Will is consistency. Is doing it week in, week out. I think we've all had in our careers heard of 1 month wonders and things like that. Will I have every confidence in Will that he can maintain it and he can carry it on. And again, it's nice to see that 2 lads, the 2 strikers, are scoring goals. Omar coming back last week on his first start, or sorry, his second start. His first start was Brentford, but he scored last week as well. So that's nice to see as well. So we just don't know how far Will can go, but it's a great journey. It's a great project, and it's a great story for all the young Welsh kids and all the Welsh Premier League players to have a look at. And he's now knocking on the door of a regular first team slot at Newport County, and he's also knocking on the door of a Welsh senior international call-up. So that's an unbelievable story. If Hollywood got a hold of that,
confidence can do, doesn't it? Because getting off the mark early, and he stops maybe snatching at things like he was at the end of last year, and it's just.
Well, he found himself in a lot of goal scoring areas last year as well, and it was something we spoke about and we've done a little bit of work on, and we highlighted on videos and things like that. But yeah, I suppose yeah, the confidence is high. He's put in a lot of work. He's worked hard over the summer, And I always wanted, I think since the day I walked through the front door, I've always wanted a pre-season with this group of lads. I've always wanted that, because I could see little bits and pieces in there that needed work, needed improvement. I'm guessing his fitness levels is up this season as well. He's covering more distance, he's running harder as well. So yeah, look, as I say, confidence is massive. Any walk of life, not just in football life, but in sport, confidence is huge. And that key word as well, that consistency. That's massive as well. So if you're playing with confidence and that consistency in your game, you're bound to have good things, and good things are bound to happen to you on the football pitch.
And how pleasing is it to his form? Hopefully, will really bring the best out of Omar. We saw at the end of last season with Charlie and Callum just being around him, and because he wants to be the main man, doesn't he? Any striker does it.
Yeah, look, he's had a touch fortune. He's come back from injury, and we started him against Brentford. He obviously started last Saturday due to Seb's injury, so he's been a little bit fortunate, Omar, regarding going straight back into the team, because the team were playing well. Seb and Will have formed a really good partnership. So like I said previously, one man's misfortune is another man's fortune. One door opens, another one closes, or whatever the sayings are. But yeah, he's got back into the team, and he's got his goal last week. But he'll need to go some, because there's stiff competition in the team. Young Ollie Thomas has come in as well. Cabana scored last week. Omar looks after these lads, including Will, including Seb. He looks after the lads, as we've seen last year, leading the line. He took Charlie, he took Callum, and he took Cabana under his wing last year. And that experience, that leadership, you can see them qualities coming out in Omar. And whether Omar enjoys it or likes it, but these lads look to him and try and learn from him. So he's kind of what I should use the word role model, but he's got to be spot on himself, and he's got to lead the line. He's got to be doing everything pristine, everything right, everything professionally, and he does, and that's why he's such a big player for us.
We speak to Shane McLaughlin in a short while. What have you made of his start to life here at camp?
Shane has been good. Shane is obviously. Look, it was probably an impossible task for any player to come in and replace Cam Norman. Again, we've changed system as well to suit the personnel that we've had. But he had, I just hope people don't look upon him and compare him with Cam and things like that. That's two different lads, two different characters, two different beasts. But Shane he's brought that experience, that knowledge, that know-how. He's brought that little bit of composure on the ball as well. His passing stats go through the roof. He does get high, and he does assist with those crossing areas, and he can play as well. And he can do a number of positions for us as well. So it's been a really, really positive start for him, and he's a great lad to have around. And again, that's another one that the lads look to because of his experience and his knowledge of the divisions. He's had a good spell at obviously. At Morecambe, and he's close to getting promoted last year, obviously with Salford. So look at that experience as well. So it's been a very good signing, to be honest. But like I say, touch wood, it's they're 9 month signings, and Will Evans is 9 months, and we're not talking 1 month. Hopefully, there's longevity in that confidence and in their performances.
The bugbears. What areas are you?
Look, I'm a perfectionist. I seek perfection. I don't know whether it exists, but it's no harm in seeking it. But yeah, there is. Look, there's a few little bits and pieces that I want us to get better at. The players are aware of that, and the players know that themselves. They're educated enough to know where, when, and how we need to push on. So yeah, look, I think, listen, even if we were playing the beautiful game and we were topping and we had the most points and the most goals, I think I'd still moan and complain about something, guaranteed. But I don't know. I don't know whether I'm just a grumpy old man, or whether I just want the best for them, or whether I'm seeking and striving for perfection. I don't know. The players will have to call that. The players will have to decide. But yeah, we want to improve. We want to get better every day, not just last week, next week. Every day we want to get better.